The other night, it was let's watch a movie. And again, I think I'm getting more and more soft. I'm getting more and more soft.
What movie?
The movie that they finally all agreed on, even though we've seen it before, is Elf. And
it hits every time.
Yeah,
dude,
every time it hits.
Each time at the end. And again, now that Ed Asner has passed away, you know, I kind of...
The singing, when they're singing.
It gets me, man.
Good.
It gets me that the singing and that all coming together, and Sonny Corleone has got a nice, you know, warm heart all of a sudden, and you know, and they're all singing, and that's what gets Santa's sleigh off the ground. The belief in Christmas. You know, even a Jew. I mean, all
loud
choked
for all to
up,
hear,
man.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie. Bob Newhart is funny as all get out.
Bob Newhart's really funny. Yeah.
You know what I saw? I've been reading.
That movie's like 18 years old.
Do you know what's a little Easter egg on this? Apparently, I read that when he's on the streets of New York as the elf for the first time, those are all unsuspecting New Yorkers. Those are not like...
he's hopping across.
Right, and there's a guy who looks like Santa, and he screams Santa too. Like that was just like a real New Yorker.
Wow. 2003, that movie.
And also the guy who plays the Gimbals Christmas store manager, you know, the guy,
the big black dude. He was a comedian.
Right. He wears a name tag that says Wanda on it, because apparently that role was originally intended for Wanda Sykes,
wow,
who didn't do it for some reason, and he still wore the same name tag. It says Wanda on his name tag. I didn't know that one before.
He's amazing in that role.
He's terrific in it.
Faison Love.
Zoe Deschanel. You've never seen Elf?
I mean,
you just gave me that look of like whatever.
I know Elf, and I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't like. It's not not that I regularly watch.
Tonight,
I'm not watching it tonight.
What are you doing tonight? It's Tuesday. Just put it on.
I know what he's watching tonight. I'll get to that in a second, but you do need to see this film.
I mean, look, I know it's like I've seen bits and pieces. I'm sure in 2003 I watched it the whole way through, but it's just not one of those movies that
it's
I
a Christmas
go back
movie.
to.
It's about the spirit of Christmas. It leaves you in a nice warm spot. It's about families. It's about father son. It's about
Artie
falling
Lang
in love.
plays
It's not about blowing
Santa.
up a building. You know what I mean?
Then it can't
like
be
other
about
Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
Only
Elf Christmas movie.
Only Christmas movie I acknowledge has Nakatomi Plaza in it. That's it.
Cage is obsessed with the Die Hard Christmas book that they turned into like the night before Christmas.
Oh, really? I've never seen that.
It's just a book, and it tells Die Hard, but as the night before Christmas, it rhymes.
You know what?
He loves it.
Here's what I hope for one day. Here's what I can't wait for one day. This is what I hope for one day, is that Cage grows up. He sees Die Hard. Okay, he loves it. He hears from his father over and over and over again that it's a Christmas movie because Dad always pops it on during Christmas and says it's a Christmas movie. And Cage then comes home one day and says, Dad, I just saw on YouTube this video of the guy who plays John McClane, who's, you know, Bruce Willis. I just saw him say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. And you told me it was. And then you've got to tell him, guess who wrote that line for Bruce? Your mom. And I can't wait for that moment to happen in your household. It's going to happen.
But she did it
It's
as a
years
bit.
from now. It may be a bit, or maybe. Bruce said, I'll buy that. I'll read that line because I believe it. So all of it is in store in the Brockman-Tiana household. And I can't wait for it. I just, hope we're still on the air when that happens, 10, 12, some odd years from now, right? Teenage Cage, who's on YouTube, probably more than Mom and Dad really want him to, and say, Dad, that Christmas movie you're saying, the guy who plays John McClane, he says it's not a Christmas movie. And then you got to sit him down. Well, son, the roasts that your mom writes for, she wrote that line for him. He doesn't really believe it. But he said it. I can't wait. Please.
Now back to golf practice.
Is that what it is? Is that what it'll be? Yeah. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.